It was mid-July, late July of 2018. And I found out after Aaron had already been in the ER for 24 hours because they didn't tell me right away. But yeah, mid-July, and then we found out more of the diagnosis early August. I knew that he was up at Escondido's Palomar Medical Center, and he was staying there full time. And he went straight into a round of chemo. That was
Okay.
at the time, yeah.
What did they tell you that you had? What was the diagnosis when they finally told you?
ALL, leukemia.
How much did you know about it?
The only thing I knew about it was what my sister had.
Treatment has been so much more fluid. It's been, the advancements in cancer research has been a ton since she's been diagnosed. So it was, my sister was diagnosed. So, and even for me as a donor, I know that the stem cell donation process was a much more difficult process back in the day, whereas now I kind of sat down and sat in a machine for 6 to 8 hours, and the machine did all the work. I just had to have 2 IVs in me. So just knowing that was completely different 10 years ago is crazy. She was a couple years, and then she, just like Aaron, went into remission, and now she's a full survivor. So it was via text message, and I was at work, and Aaron texted me, "So are you down to be my bone marrow donor?" And I said, "Sure, let's do it." Actually, I first said, "Are you sure? Isn't there anyone else?" as a joke. But obviously he knew that I would
Well,
say
first they tested all our siblings, and and my brother Mark was the best perfect match out of all of them. So they wanted the perfect match, so Marcus is one.
Very nice. Very nice.
So far, it's gone exactly to plan. Like from post-transplant, during transplant. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're expecting that you're in remission. You're going to have a healthy life.
Yeah, I hope so. So I feel like it's great that Team in Training is raising money for research and everything for leukemia. And I see that throughout the years this has improved in the hospital, so I see the difference. So I think that's great.
You know, it actually just kind of came out. Jason read our story, and especially me being out and missing the last team race because of me being in the hospital. The idea came up, and I said I knew my sister was the honored hero when she was 5 years old. So I said, why not Aaron? I've never run anything with Team in Training, never really done much with it. And I was like, well, you know what, this is the time. If there's no other time to sign up and do something, this is the time to do it. And so I signed up for the Rock and Roll Half Marathon in November of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And was fully on board training, got a lot of my family involved, got a lot of people involved. There's a big hype about it, and I was really surprised to see how well my network responded to that. And then a couple weeks before, I would say a month before, Aaron, we knew that he needed a stem cell transplant, and went in for testing, and turned out that I was a match. And originally that test was on a different date, but then I remember going up to City of Hope Hospital in LA with Aaron to go meet with the doctors, and they basically chose a date that had to happen for him, and that date happened to be the same day as the Rock and Roll Marathon. So Aaron was a little like, can we make this work? Is there a way you can still go run? Aaron felt bad, but I mean, the reason I was doing Team in Training was for him. So like, that was my way of helping, because other than being there, that's all I could do. So being the stem cell transplant donor, I mean, that's literally as much as I could do for him. So it wasn't even a question. So I missed the race. Everyone ran for us, sent us pictures. We were both in the hospital that day, but yeah. Now I'm back. When they had asked Aaron to come meet with the San Diego Triathlon team for Team in Training, and I was a little bummed that I missed the race. And Aaron was within his first 100 days, so he couldn't really do much after the transplant at that time. And Jason asked me to come out and say a word with the team, and I said, you know what, I'm going to sign up for this. Let's do it. So signed up for the Pac Crest Triathlon in end of June.
I'm about 4 months post-transplant, so I'm at the point where I'm just regaining strength. Really, I feel good walking around, gaining strength back. Feel healthy again.
Back to work
Soon, in about a month.
For me, it's awesome to be a part of that group. Just doing my first triathlon. It's been great. It's a great network of people for both the run and the tri team, but then also for what everyone's doing. It's for an amazing cause, and coming from us and from a family who's seen the changes in cancer research and the changes in what has happened in just the last 10 years with growth and progress, and then also the support and help that we've received from the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society for 2 instances now. It's really amazing. So it's what everyone's doing is a really good cause, and everyone should feel thankful for what they're doing and continue to push hard.
Awesome. And then once you get 100% healthy, you think you might one of these days do one of these events?
I hope so.